Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, January 12th, 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're all well. If you're new to this podcast, please be sure to check out my website at lisahopp.com. And also, thank you for everywhere you're listening. If you're listening on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share if you connect with this podcast today. I'm also on Spotify, iHeartRadio. I was so excited to go on Audible the other day, and there I am, my podcast. Just very thankful, very grateful. And if you have any thoughts about a topic you'd like me to talk about, please email me at serenityharbor@verizon.net or drop a line under comments if you're listening under YouTube. I would appreciate it so very much. I have to say, the topic today is how to use energy to change your life, but there's some crazy stuff going on with energy this week with my electronic devices, with my scheduling system. Had a moment with this microphone. I'm talking to you right now, and I don't know if it's all going to turn out. And I have two laptops. And the newer one, I don't like the microphone sound. It's too airy. And this one I like, but sometimes it can have crackling. Sometimes it can have lower volume. There's just some crazy crap going on. But here's the thing. I think it's a sign of our times. I don't think it's my equipment. Because it's just too strange. When things happen that are strange, it's about divine energy. It's just this kind of weird kind of turn in our universe where the veil is thinning between us and heaven. I get more and more connection from people, whether it be email or messages on Facebook of, I think I'm seeing spirit now. Strange things are happening to me. That type of thing. Yes, you are. Its energy is becoming stronger, and the veil is thinning, and people are experiencing more. But also disruptions are happening in things like never before, like devices, things plugged in, things battery operated, that type of thing. And patience is required. That's all I'll say. Patience is required. So if you find that you have elements in your own life that you don't understand, they may not be broken. It may just be they're reacting to some crazy quantum energy, because we're in a time of quantum energy. It was predicted decades ago that we would come into this time, that not only would we understand the law of attraction and how we create our lives, but now we're knowing about quantum jumping, which is time travel, really, where I'm being told to tell you it's not linear, which I don't even understand why I'm being told to tell you it that way. But it's just gotten, for lack of a better word, crazier. So you may see that time is slowed down for you. Time is sped up. You may have more deja vu happening. You may start to have deja vu and you didn't before. You made it just, with energy, with time, with speed. It just is, there's a whole lot happening. So if you think it's happening to you, what I'm trying to say to you is you're not crazy. You're not crazy. Unless you are, but most of us are not. Okay? And so, that was, of course, was a little bit of a joke about that. But no, it's not your imagination. It's almost, my thing to say is fasten your seatbelt and try not to drink. Because it's just, wow, be in the moment. Be in the moment. So here's the thing. You can use this energy. You can use this craziness to your own benefit and to the benefit of mankind. And that's what we're supposed to be doing right now. We were not taught, I was not taught personally, through religion. Well, we were told it, but we were not taught it. There's a difference. You are made in the image and likeness of great power, of your Creator. You are that energy. It is inside of you and outside of you right now. You have decided to challenge yourself by being in a physical body with its ego and its limitations of a body, his senses, all of that. But you have the power of all gods, all right? Of a god yourself. And yes, we have angels because we've wanted them. Yes, we have spirit guides. We have departed loved ones because life goes on, assisting us. But we are in charge. And the wonderful thing is, your departed loved ones in heaven, some of them, most of them, found that out when they got to heaven. And they went, they're in charge? I was in charge? Wish I had known that fully. And some degree of level, we do know that, by the way. We get these little knowings. But we don't trust ourselves enough. We don't really step into it enough. But your loved ones in heaven are not only at peace and happy, because they're in a better place. Most of them. Depending on what they went through on this earth. But they also are very excited about the fact you're in charge. And they can help you. They can help you to go for it. They can help you to come into your larger self. They love service in that way. And some of them you didn't even know. They just love service in that way. So they're helping you to go for it. But you have to go for it yourself. You can heal anything that you want. But you have to know, you have to have a belief that it's possible. And the key is knowing it's possible and letting go. What do I mean by that? Do the meditations of healing yourself. Do meditations that heal this world, but then send it off. Let it go. Don't wait for it. Don't worry about it. Don't look for it in any way, because you hold it off by doing that. You just lock things in place. You stall them. And that also goes to the perception of your departed loved ones. When you do that, where are they? I don't see their signs. Where could they be? They're right there, and you're not perceiving them. Your answers to everything always comes to you. But if you're sitting there with your naked eyes going, where is it? It cannot come towards you. It will stay in like a limbo, in a waiting room, waiting for you to let go. To let go. So you have to live with a knowing, with a being. I have sent out that healing to California with their fires. I have sent out my best. Mail it off, let it go. I have sent off my love, my best wishes, my healing to my loved ones on earth. Let it go. Don't wait for the evidence that they got it. Don't wait for the phone call. Don't wait for anything. Don't wait for healing to occur. Know it's done. And then live your life as if it's already done. And feel it. Act like it's done. Smile about it. Be happy. I know I'm wealthy. Okay. Shop for that car online. No matter what's happening in your physical reality, I know it's done. I know I am of this vibration. And then your physical reality has to change to match that vibration. And here's something that you must know and keep in mind. This is you. This is so powerful because we're all one. There are too many of us that want to be divisive, that want to be hateful, that want to cheer on another's plights, another's suffering, that want to celebrate something happening, whether it's rightful or not. And here's the thing. If you celebrate something that is negative happening to another, it comes back on you, even if they deserve it. What is happening to them? If you don't care about another, it comes back on you. If you are angry with another, it comes back on you, even if it's justified. Because energy multiplies. Energy boomerangs. What you emit out comes back. And if you listen to me every week, I say the same thing like this every week, but it's the reinforcement has to be there because we're still in the process of getting it. Who you are matters in your feelings, in your words, in your beliefs, in your thoughts. The fix of anyone's life is not going to happen without them part of it. We tend to do that, don't we? I want to wait until it's perfect before I make a change. I want to see I have to see the circumstances in some way in my environment be different. You're not going to get help like that until you know it's done, until you talk like it's done, until you feel it's done, until you believe it. And then the circumstances in your environment will change. The change is inside. It is not outside. And if you see change in your environment that you don't like, it started on the inside of you first. In some way. You are in charge of how you feel. You are in charge of your change. You are in charge of your life. And while you have helpers, you are not helpless. You do not helpers to just come in and do it for you. You have to take part. And so, even when you don't like someone, send them good thoughts and feelings. Try to send them unconditional love. Even if you don't like a part of the country or, anything that you see yourself reacting to, send it your best, highest vibration. You have the power to make change. Inside out. You are powerful, not powerless. And for the most part, while we can have horrific things happen to us, and I'm not talking about that, with attacks and abuse, when you're living your ideal life, your average life, your everyday life, you are not a victim. There are so many victims out there. Mentally victims, emotionally victims. They're getting what I don't have. They're getting more than me. Believing lies, being vulnerable, causing them to rage, to have such anger. It's all fear. My greatest passion is helping others, especially women, heal their inner child. When we all heal fully our inner child, there will be peace on earth. There will be prosperity. There will be love like you've never experienced before. Much of the violence that we see, all of the violence we see, not all of the atrocities, because evil is here, but some of our atrocities are by those who were still little children inside. And so it's very important to know that, and to do what you can to send peace and restoration. And it's not just surface. It's so easy for us to say thoughts and prayers, but really send it out. And not pity, but compassion. Not disdain, but love. Send it out. And most especially, give it to yourself. It's so hard sometimes to love ourselves. We tend to be so critical. Look yourself in the mirror. Some days it's just, I'm all right. But shoot for the looking at that person in the mirror. I am lovable. I have these gifts. I'm doing the best I can. The kinder you are to yourself, the more loving you are to yourself, the more healed you are, the greater your life will be, and the greater the earth will be. So here is how you use energy to really make changes. Pay attention to your thoughts and your feelings, most especially your feelings. Are you happy today? If you're not happy, you gotta do some work. There's healing to be done. Now, how do you heal it? Well, sometimes we have to talk to someone professionally. But sometimes it's just reframing our thoughts and which will lead to better feelings. Positive affirmations. I am more than enough. I am lovable. I am in the process of a better life. I am getting stronger each and every day. Reframe how you feel, and also do self-help with yourself. Listen to great music. Do things to raise your spirit. Intend for the life that you deserve, and know you're deserving and worthy. Make the intention of, that's going to turn around for me. I may not know how, and you're not supposed to get into the house, but I am going to believe and have hope and intend for a better life, for better love, for better circumstances. No one can stop me. I know I am powerful. Be aware of when you have moments when you're negative. No matter what, even if that person is the worst person on earth, and you may be justified in your negativity, turn it. Because what you bounce out bounces right back to you. And you really don't want it. Don't give yourself more to be negative about. And when you wake up in the morning, we have done this, and you stub your toe and you go, oh, see, it's going to be that kind of day. You just set up that kind of day. Be aware of your habitual thoughts, habits, and beliefs. And if they're not serving you in the way you want them to serve you, change them. Just say, oh, nope, I'm turning this around. It's going to be the best day yet. Understand that circumstances come into your life, sometimes masked as bad, but are bringing positive changes. Always increase your hope. Always increase your love. Always increase your faith. Also, fearlessness. What you fear has to be healed, because unless you're surviving with the physical body, any emotional fear is an illusion. So go to work on that. Take the small step. As much as you can, do not let the fear have the power. Especially, don't fear what you haven't seen. We do that, the what ifs. It's like there's varying degrees, but they're always large percentages. About 85% to 95%, what you fear never happens. You're always going to be all right. And so you are the instrument of your own change. There's not going to be a fix outside of you that makes it more perfect, your life, better. It starts with you. You are the instrument. Tune it up and put it to work. Insist on it. Be defiant. And this goes smaller or larger. There's often this great example. I have 2 of them. And I heard of another one recently. Of an intentional, knowing, unwavering, knowing again that a new car that I wanted would enter my life. And I just heard that story from someone else. I wanted this make of car. I felt it was mine. I smelled it. I saw myself in it, driving it. And I talked like I already had it. So much so, this other person's story, that people around them got tired of hearing about it. And guess what? They got that car with cash. Circumstances aligned for them to have it. Same thing happened to me. I got the cash from a divine moment, unexplainable, that brought it to me. And when I was in another car, I saw the car I wanted with my naked eye, as if I was already in it. It was already my physical reality. When you know, and you know, and you know, you get. But you have to know. You have to be it before you see it. But here's the thing, that's small. And it's easy. Material is easier. If you want any form of security, you have to know it first. If you want wealth, you have to feel wealthy first. And it's not shallow, it's not surface. You have to feel wealthy even if your outside circumstances don't support your knowing and your feeling. It's natural law like gravity. Eventually, something will happen that supports your inside self. So most of you, if not, well, all of you, perhaps at some level, have been walking around with a lack feeling in some way. Whether it be lack of money, because I don't see it, so it's not there. So yes, if you see that it's not there, it continues to be there. Same with love, same with health. But Lisa, I may, want the cure, but the blood work says, the test, the PET scan says, I don't have it. You have to feel it's done. You have to know you're cured before you see it. So you might say that's delusional. Yeah. It may seem like it's delusional, but honestly, it's energy. The energy has to change on the inside before you see the change in your physical environment. And that is what changes everything for everyone. If the whole world as a mass decided to feel peace within, to heal their inner child. I mean, there's evil in this world, but the average of us, not the average, but the ones who are not evil. Those of us who are not evil, if we all banded together and felt love within, peace within, harmony, joy for each other, the world would shift. It would have to. There's not this angry God that's plotting against you. There's not, someone who wants you to suffer. I remember when I was a child, I saw a show called The Brady Bunch, and I saw this show where one of them had to give a speech, and they were told to see the audience in underwear. And because they were able to achieve the silliness of seeing the audience in underwear, they were able to complete their speech in a great, wonderful way. I want to encourage you to see everyone in this world as a child with a tremendously wonderful soul. No matter how they act, who they are. And then I want you to send them the energy you would send to a child who has been harmed, taught hate, taught bigotry. Now, you don't do it with words, you do it with energy. Because some of our problems are caused by someone who wasn't loved. But love always heals. Love always changes. Don't call names. Don't laugh. Inner child. And especially, first and foremost, start with yourself. The little you. Love her like you would love your own. Or him. Give them that adoration. Look in the mirror. Be kind. Be loving. Cheer them on. Warmth and fuzziness. And then the world will change for the better. Because we're all one. And you are not separate from someone going through the ravages of fire right now, and war, and famine, and disease. You are not separate. It is a part of who you are too. So cover this planet with all the love you can muster, starting with yourself, and watch changes happen. Our rewards multiply when we do this. You'll get more blessings. You can't fake it though. I mean, even you have to become what you want to be. You have to know it's yours. And sometimes we can't feel it entirely, so we should act it. But that's not what I'm talking about with this. I'm talking about, you can't just say, I'm sending thoughts and prayers and then, go about your day. really take a moment for a few seconds and send out healing to those who need it the most. And then let it go and go about your day. That is how you heal yourself, everything and everyone. Don't complain. Don't get mad. Use your power. You are a superhero. Don't be a supervillain. Don't get mad at the supervillains. Be the superhero. Because the supervillains don't want you to be number one. Well, no, it's not even number one. Little bonus. They don't want you to be. There are supervillains on this earth that don't want you to know your power. That don't want you to use what you're capable of. They want you to feel powerless. They want you to feel supported by them. They want you to just be vulnerable and fooled. But you are a superhero. Put your cape on and get to work. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful Sunday, and whenever you're listening to this, a wonderful week. Remember, if you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. If you can leave a review on any other platform that you're listening on this through, please do so. If you have an idea for a topic, please email me at serenityharbor@verizon.net or drop a comment if you can, if you're listening to it on YouTube. And have a wonderful life and a wonderful day. And I'll talk to you next time.